Thanks for hitting play on 10-Minute Tech Talks, business insights and growth hacks for the time-crunched entrepreneur. I am Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council, and I have nearly 3 decades telling the stories of Pittsburgh's most successful tech companies and the women and men behind them. Are you maximizing the potential of your website's search visibility to drive conversions? In today's digital age, we all know that getting your business noticed online is crucial. Today, I'm welcoming Meesha Gerhart of RedTree Web Design to help make it easier for you. We're going to explore search engine optimization, generative engine optimization, and user experience and how they can work together to not only attract visitors, but also lead them down the path to a conversion. You got to keep on listening to discover actionable strategies to enhance your website's visibility before the click, learn how to create a seamless user journey that turns visitors into loyal customers, and gain insights into integrating thought leadership with SEO and GEO to build brand trust and recognition. Keep on listening to learn how to transform your website into a conversion powerhouse. And be sure to read Meesha's insightful white paper for lots more details on this topic. Just click the link in the description. In the meantime, let's welcome Meesha to the show. Oh my goodness, Meesha, it's so awesome to have you here at the Huntington Bank Studios for the 10-Minute Tech Talks. Congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you.
Fantastic, man. I'm so excited for you guys. I just think that's a remarkable accomplishment in the industry that you're in because it is changing so fast, as we're going to talk about today.
And I appreciate that. And honestly, this is why we're having a big old party. We couldn't have got here without people like you, people like Huntington, people like, saying our names in rooms that we're not in. So we're
Awesome,
very
man.
humbled to have gotten to this point. So thank you.
It's been good work. You guys, you're super smart. Your team's super smart. You do good work. So I think that's the bulk of it, but we'll take a little credit if we want to. So you're like a thought leader when it comes to all things around website development. That's your jam. It's what you do. And we've been talking back and forth about the whole GEO, SEO thing, and of course, generative engine optimization and, search engine optimization. You put out this fantastic article, I think, that really breaks it down for the common person out there who's building a website that needs their website to be optimized for both sides of this equation. Because as we all start kind of go into Chat GPT and the way Google's more sophisticated in how it's providing AI to provide answers to queries and so forth, there's a lot going on. Tell me, what was the inspiration behind this? I feel like it was like a breaking point where you're like, I got to step up and really put a stake in the ground as to how this works and how to optimize for it.
Yeah, honestly, it was just the beginning of the year. We started hearing 2 major things. First and foremost, we didn't hear this one. We saw this one. We started seeing clear data into our clients' sites
Okay.
from ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude. Like we can see the traffic coming into the site. And then now what we're starting to hear is our clients saying, we've got high quality leads coming in from chat. Almost 30% of our new sales are coming from chat, and we're closing quicker and we're closing faster.
Yeah.
So, for anyone out there that's producing thought leadership, that's producing any kind of quality content, they've seen the return because they've been following best practices for SEO. And that's a lot of what this article is really talking about, right? So we're not reinventing the wheel here. A lot of these things that we're
I want to start over again.
Right.
We all put a lot of time and effort into getting our SEO, but we think somewhat maybe marginally optimized.
Right. I think that some of the SEO hacks, right? So some of we call this like fluff content might be underperforming, and or Google and AI will say, well, I can answer that fluff content. What they really want to see more is that thought leadership. And then, and we've been talking about this for SEO for a long time, is making sure that you're answering and providing a lot of additional context, more elaborate explanation, doing things like AI and SEO. We call that generative engine optimization. What is this? What am I supposed to be doing? You have even said there's so many things I could be doing. What specifically do I need to focus on? Let's drill down and answer that a little bit more. Anyone that's doing anything like that in their industry is going to start seeing success in GEO just like they would in SEO.
And tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. This is my sneaking suspicion, and I think I've discovered this myself. Like when I've been doing my queries or something, and I'm looking for something, and then it pulls up some really good thought leadership, and it points to that link to that site, and I say to myself, I really trust that site because it was pulled here. I always click on some of those links. A, I do it just to verify that my AI is not hallucinating on me. But B, I want to just read more, see what's going on. And not many times when I go to those sites, I'm seeing something legitimate there that if I was purchasing, maybe that's where I would go. I guess that's where you're seeing that 30% increase then. Is that where I'm
Correct. And we're even seeing it not necessarily in a click through. So we just had a
Yeah.
phenomenal sales conversation where someone was doing research on GEO on how they can have it, integrated into their site.
Okay.
And RedTree kept being mentioned. They didn't
Really?
necessarily come to our site and click
Okay.
through, but that brand recognition is there.
So they were seeing the brand recognition and then sought you out that way, which is even
Correct.
more strong because that's got to be a super hot lead because A, they're interested in your service and they're
Yep.
contacting you directly because they're like, I've seen you a lot. It's almost like builds a level of trust.
Right. Right. 100%. So I'll kind of boil a lot of this down. So
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
everyone, read through this whole entire article.
Yes.
There's three key things that, we want to make sure that we're pulling out during this
Okay.
conversation. Number one is the philosophy that search starts before the click. So you and I have been talking about this, right?
Right.
So when you're thinking about people finding your business and your website and looking for answers to those questions, they're seeing a lot of that before they even click into your site.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
we think about this from the search engine result page. Now we're thinking about it in AI and then answering some of those, questions that ChatGPT has, having that recognition, that source out. Those are good things where you can start to build a lot of that rapport through chat and through search, right? So everything that we're sort of talking about. That's the first thing that I would always tell everyone to kind of think about is what is it that your users are searching for, how you can answer some of those questions, but maybe introduce a little bit of thought leadership and or unique opinion. The other thing is, again, exactly what we're talking about. Generative Engine Optimization, GEO, is the new SEO. And try to, again, and I'm going to reiterate this, I'm going to say this so many times that everyone's
Okay.
going to be like, I get it, because I
Stop
have
it,
to say
Meesha.
it
Dang
so
you.
many times, is GEO is all about giving the best answer, not giving the highest ranked. Right. So how many people
Wow.
are how many people are sharing the article? How many people are reading it? How many people are engaging with it? Is it producing a unique opinion? That's what we're talking about with thought leadership. Are you just slinging more vanilla ice cream out there? Or are you putting in a rocky road or moose tracks? Right. So there's vanilla ice cream in it, but it's a little bit different. You're adding in your additional opinion. And then the other thing, which is the crucial portion that you originally started talking about, is how are you thinking about what the user needs to see next from an action standpoint? So think of this as like a
Mhm.
funnel. You talked about this. This is what we refer to as user experience. How are we getting someone, yes, into the site, but how are you getting them to the next thing? How are you getting them to eventually convert? If the article is something that they're referencing out, do you have a contact form inside of there? Do you have a link to go and learn more about your team or see your case studies or even get a download? So you really need to think about both SEO or GEO as well as user experience.
Very cool. And that's what RedTree's been specializing in for 10 years now, which I find
Yep.
amazing. And I'm officially dubbing you like the queen of Rocky Road then, because that's what you guys are serving up. Simple as that.
I feel like I need a t-shirt that says that now, Jonathan.
Get one for you. I would love to. Your insights are fantastic. I have learned so much. Encouraging our listeners to click on the links so they can read the article because there's some great takeaways there. And of course, I encourage everyone, you have more questions, ask me. You're like,
Yeah.
you will answer anyone's question. There's no pressure there for sure. That's what made your business humming and strumming for 10 years because you do awesome quality work. Meesha, thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. It really means a lot. And if anyone wants to learn more, we talk a lot about this stuff as well as our unique offering, which is called Blossom. We combine a lot of GEO and user experience. In the last 10 years, we know how to get returns for clients. So I'd be more than happy to talk to anyone.
You're the best. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks.